And listen to that music. I'm into it. Like, this game has pretty good music. Anyways, I'm yours, Get Good Fox, and welcome back to the demo of Brotato. Yes, this game isn't out yet. And what we're going to be doing in this episode are melee builds. Melee weapons only. Now, why melee weapons only? Well, if we use the most extreme builds, all guns and then all melee, we get to see just how good melee is. And one, maybe melee is OP and we just didn't know it. Maybe melee sucks and we should never use it. Or maybe it's somewhere in between. By doing all melee builds, we're going to learn the strengths and weaknesses of melee, which is one of my favorite ways to learn. So, I don't know, let's start with the spear, a weapon we haven't tried before. Okay. Oh, you get a good. I mean, it is a spear, so I guess it makes sense. But you get a good amount of reach with it. Angling your attacks is obviously relevant. Now, to be honest, although the attack speed isn't great, that's also true. Like, you know, like, I mean, guns generally shoot faster, but at the same time, crit chance. Yeah, crit chance. Some guns don't necessarily shoot that quickly. A second spear? Yeah, I'll take a second. How about a stick? More damage for every stick you have? Let's just stick with 2 spears for now. I mean, I'll try everything eventually. Okay, so now we're dual-wielding spears. You get a little bit of a cross action, which, I mean, oh, that was kind of cool looking, actually. It kind of reminds me of, like, Madness Combat at times. Here we go. The damage is also, you can kind of drag your attacks around like that. Yeah, you do damage, so it's a little bit of a boomerang effect. You do damage both when you swing and when the weapon comes back to you. It's like, I don't know what to think about it. Like, I feel like the SMGs are, more range. I feel like we should try to re-roll for more damage. Melee damage, there we go, 4 arms. I feel like damage is gonna be, lightning shiv. Okay, I'll try it. I'll try it. I'm not opposed to it. Okay, now we've got 3 weapons. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a little bit of a staggering of the attacks, kind of like right now. That way we could kind of go like bam, 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 take these guys out. There we go. I really don't know how good elemental weapons are, you know, whether they be like a gun, such as the taser, or if they're like, you know what? The firepower is actually coming online. The firepower is coming online. Gotta say, I like it so far. I don't know if it's better than guns, because, you know, that's obviously going to be the big question. But at the same time, I feel like our firepower is starting to come on. More range. I mean, it's a free item. I'll take it. More damage. More attack speed. Another spear. Melee damage, but wait, that item seems really good. More health and melee damage. Another spear. You know, we can replace these weapons. I have been playing a little bit off screen, and I've gotten more into the habit of just kind of replacing my weapons where necessary. The firepower is decent, I gotta say. These guys here, the guys who are like drooling a little bit, usually they're a little bit on the tankish side, but that is not the case with the spear. The spear is pounding through those guys. Oh, that is... I'm seeing some potential here. I'm seeing potential. I gotta say, the damage is decent. Like I want to see how it performs against some of the really tankish enemies, but right now, this is not bad. Like, I could easily see myself using maybe 2 spears to punch through some of these tougher enemies. And also, like, the reach is good. Like, we are actually punching through their ranks. I'll take some armor. Stick. Another shiv. I'll take it. Let's take a reroll. A knife. Here we go. The knife is fast. It does a little less damage. So this is basically our damage with modifiers, and that's good. Like, that actually, like, those all seem like big numbers. I gotta say, melee, the numbers are quite large. So, like, now we have a few weapons with different speeds. I'm hoping we're gonna get a little bit of a barrage. Because, like, mainly here's what I was worried about. I was worried about if all of our weapons swing at the same time, well then, like, they're all on cooldown at the same time, and we're not gonna have a good enough barrage to thin the enemies out. But it definitely seems like with a few melee weapons of different speeds, as well as just like the way combat starts to go. There we go. Oh, I figured out what those are. Those are healing items. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last episode, but yeah, those weird little things we're picking up on the ground that look kind of like fruit are healing items. So I'm guessing they're actually a kind of potato. Like that right there is a healing item. We're chopping these guys up. I gotta say, I feel like we're doing pretty good. Now, would I rather have a few guns? You know what? Right now, I wouldn't mind having the spears and some guns. I'm really like, the spears are absolutely pounding through these guys. I do like that. Damage is always good. And range is good. Melee damage, okay. I feel like that is okay. Let's reroll. Torch. 7 damage versus 14, but it does burning. I feel like right now let's just work with a straight damage build. Let's just work with a straight damage build. Okay, so here's some tankier enemies. Let's see how the melee does against them. So the lighter colored guys are very fragile. So, like, our spears are a little overkill against them, but, like, since they do thrust, they are capable of punching through them. On the other hand, these snail-shaped guys are relatively tanky. They're not super tanky, but they're kind of like, they're like, you know, trooper tanky. Like a good, solid frontline trooper. So, like, we are taking them out. And like I said, the weapon barrage is decent. I do like that. Maybe we can customize our weapons based on what we're looking for. Like, I kind of want to get rid of the shivs for more just straight damage. Because, like, right now, like I said, I don't really want to test... I'm not really trying to test elements right now, because I don't know. I just don't know how good they are. They'll probably get their own test another time. Maybe even maybe we'll do an elemental melee build. I don't know what we're going to do. I kind of want the attack speed. I want the health as well, though. A little more damage? Oh, look at this attack speed. That was beautiful. More damage but less health? I'll take it. I'll take it. I mean, considering... Actually, we got a lot of money. Let's reroll. Yeah, let's get out of these... These things have 43... Okay, so these lightning shivs seem to be a similar kind of weapon to knives. They have the same kind of cooldown, 0.43 seconds. Which is, you know, it includes the modifications, but we'll take that. Let's re-roll one more time. Ooh, an upgraded knife. Okay, let's drop you and grab you. And you know what? Let's knives and spears. Here we go. Our guy looks so weird. We got like all these little things sticking out of us. Let's see how it goes. Knives and spears. So we've got like kind of like a... I'm guessing like the knives are like our short-range weapon to try to cut enemies down that get up close, and then our spears poke out the guys who are at a long range. The spears do more damage. Hopefully they can pound through the more heavily armored guys, while hopefully the knives are able to defend us against the close-range menace. Or really against the swarming enemies. That would be ideal. Feeling a little pressured, but we do have the health, so I am able to get out. A little bit of health steal would be nice, actually. There's some healing there. Oh yeah, I feel like the numbers are starting to get there, although we just broke out. 10 seconds. Get all of our health, we just gotta survive. There's another healing right there. Oh no, I thought the healing would be enough. Oh, that stinks. Okay, let's try a different starting weapon. Let's try a different one each time. Rock? Rock is apparently super high damage, but is slow. So rock is the big, slow damage. Not sure what I think about it as a starting weapon, because it's a little overkill. Maybe a good auxiliary weapon, though. Although, at the same time, all we need is a few picks, and we might be able to fix all of that. I'll take some health. Cacti Club. Who's the fastest swinger out of here? Oh, Cacti Club is interesting. Hitting an enemy spawns projectiles that do... Oh! So Cacti Club does also ranged... So is Cacti Club a ranged support melee weapon? Let's get them both. I don't know. I just want to increase my weapon barrage. Oh yeah, I think you can see it. Yeah, it's hard to tell because of how quick the gameplay is. But yeah, I do notice that like when we stab them with the cactus, these little like needles pop out of them. Interesting. Very interesting, actually. Could be a, you know, like, yeah, maybe 2 cacti is the answer for kind of a melee gun melee hybrid build. Maybe. Don't know the answer or not, just thinking out loud here. I can't say no to, like, +2 armor. I'm gonna take that. Hand. More harvesting, but basically no damage. I mean, I guess you'd be sacrificing firepower for money? I don't know if I like that idea. Torch does very little damage, but it burns people. I'm not digging it. Another cacti club. I'll take it. Let's get in there. Melee, very strange. Very interesting, though. I like that. I do like the inclusion of melee. Like, it's different. Like, you know, and it doesn't feel just like guns. Like, even though it is, yeah, you know, they do have a ranged element, they don't feel exactly like guns. There's definitely some differences. Mainly in the speed of the weapons. Like, obviously the range plays a role, too. As well as the penetration. The penetration on these weapons is definitely relevant to things. Here we go. Okay, I feel like we're... You know what? I wonder... I mean, I don't know how much health they have, because, like, is 1 damage from the spray a relevant amount of damage? I don't know. Well, a little more damage would be nice. Speed, dodge. Sure, I guess I'll take it. If I do +2 range damage, does that mean the spikes will do +2 damage? They'll do 3. Oh, let's stick with attack speed. Lightning Shiv. Life steal, but less element damage. We're not doing element damage here, so let's go. I'll take the butterfly. I'm okay with that. A little bit of life steal should compensate for, like, you know, small errors. The armor in this game and the defense in this game seems a little more relevant, mainly because the battles do get fairly complicated, and some of the enemies, they wind up doing an absolute truck ton of damage. And it does make me wonder, like, you know, maybe a little bit of armor to offset their increasing firepower. Because, like, you know, I mean, I guess you could just be, like, super good at the game and just never get hit. But, man, like, some of those enemies, if they even tap you, it just does, like, insane amounts of damage. Oh, so that did about 3. That's, man, you know, it's not a big deal. It's manageable. I feel like our weapon barrage is pretty solid right now. Like, we're actually punching through these guys. Looks like we got an item. Element damage? Nah, I'll just take the money. More damage? I'll take that for sure. Let's do... I feel like our health is okay. Let's reroll. Crit damage, sure. Do we have any... Oh, we need to get critical chance. Crit damage is useless without crit chance. Reroll. Another cacti club. I don't know. Let's do a knife. And that's... I think I'm going to sell the shiv and get another cacti club. There we go. Okay, I think that's pretty good. You know, we'll have to see if our barrage is too thin. Like, basically, like, will we run into the issue where our weapons are all on cooldown and then the enemies can swarm us easily? Or will the reach on the weapons pound through all the enemies? Or will the cactus spikes spike everyone out? Probably not without some ranged damage. I don't know if I'm ready to commit to that, but, like, it does mean that the cactus weapon could be... It could be an answer for... Oh, wow, they're really spawning in now. I wasn't ready for that. Come on, lifesteal. Let's get some lifesteal going. Little bit of lifesteal ought to help us stay in the game, as long as we don't make big mistakes, little periodic mistakes. There's a little bit of healing. I love it. Like, we just pound through those guys. They're just like, we're just farming those guys. That's awesome. It's such an in-your-face playstyle. I'm enjoying it, though. It's fun. Ooh, we definitely want that. We need crit. I'm going to reroll for crit, preferably. Oh, I'll take damage. We got to get at least 1% of crit. alien magic, but you're unlucky. I don't give. Maybe I don't care about being lucky. How about that? Maybe I'll just be like super awesome and I won't care about luck. How about that? All right, here we go. Here's the armored guys. Let's see how we do against them. We definitely have the firepower. One of the issues is that the enemies get these like mixed battle formations where you have the armored guys and swarming guys, and it's kind of like, do you have both the firepower to punch through the armored guys, but the barrage to cover the faster guys, the swarming guys? That is really one of the big questions here. I think that obviously has a lot to do with your build. Like, one example is, like, would submachine guns be pretty good? Just because you could use submachine guns to clear out hordes of the weaker enemies. There's no doubt about that. But then you could use, like, the cactus or the spears to pound through the stronger enemies, right? Fortunately, their charges are a little, you know, as long as we keep moving, their charges aren't that bad to dodge. There we go. Not bad. We're pretty tanky too at 34. We need a critical hit. There we go. Crit chance. Okay, so now we have some crit chance, so we're actually going to make some use out of that. Armor? We're a little, like I said, we're a little on the tanky side, so let's reroll. Fuel tank. Element damage? That's not what we're doing. Another reroll. Metal detector. Doubles the value pickups and more luck, but less damage. Crit damage, but less damage. You know what? I'll take that. Like, I feel like our damage buffs are pretty good. Let's just go for a little bit of crit damage. Doesn't seem like a bad idea to me. I do notice these guys are definitely getting tankier. Some of our melee weapons are not taking them out in one hit. But I feel like we should still be okay. I don't know if we need more attack speed or more damage, or I don't know what stats we should be optimizing or what stats we should be building into. You know, I don't want them to corner me just yet, so I am fighting in the middle because I always feel like when I'm being pushed to the edges, that's an indicator that I'm like, we're on the ropes. Ow. Took some big gunfire there. There we go. Let's eat up that weird, like, green potato. I don't know how healthy that looks, but I'm gonna take it. And you know, maybe the armor is helping us out a little bit because I feel like I'm taking some damage, but I'm still in the game. Okay, that's a little too much damage. Oh my god, I thought I died. But no, we're good. Crit damage, man, if only we had, I need damage. Melee. +6 direct damage, I think that's what we're gonna go for. Armor, but less percentage damage. I'm gonna take it. Reroll. 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 A rock. 2 rocks? What if I drop 1 spear for 1 rock? Because the cactus clubs kind of act like spears. We'll give it a try. We'll see. So now I've got my big heavy duty weapons that are supposed to be able to pound through these like big dudes. We'll see how it works. I'm gonna try to get close to the big dudes without like actually taking hits, preferably. That's the hope though. The hope is that like, let me try to get close to the big dudes and then we'll beat their butts. That's the hope. Emphasis on the hope. Ow. Those big dudes, oh, they do so much damage. I can't get hit by them. At the same time, we are tanking the big dude's damage. I gotta say, we are tanking them. I need to, like, not take so many free hits, though. That's not good. We're taking way too many just bonus hits. They're just getting way too many easy hits on me. Ow. Life drain, come on. A little bit of life drain is what I need. A little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. We're back in the game. 5 seconds to go. There we go. There we go. Maybe I should have gone for that big old blob in the middle. I really feel like I was missing out there. Melee damage. We need damage. We are not doing enough damage. Circular saw. That is a fast weapon. 0.49 speed, so let's take an upgrade here. Sure. Okay, circular saw. Another fast item. That might be exactly what we need to keep these guys out of here. There we go. Lots of weak enemies at first. That's good. We can handle them. We got some fast weapons. Some more heavily armored enemies appearing. Also fine. We got this. Sucking up the EXP. A little bit of incidental damage here and there. Not too bad. No, you don't. Oh, man, I'm feeling the pressure from these, like, swarming guys. Oh. Come on. There we go. One thing I do like about the melee weapons is I feel like I can just kind of run enemies. You know, I can feel like I can run the power-up trees over, and it'll just kind of get them naturally. Maybe a little bit of speed is needed. Like, I feel like these enemies are on me a little too hard. At the same time, we were able to strafe around that pretty nicely. More damage. I'll take the... I said I wanted a little bit of speed. I'm gonna take it. Reroll. HP regeneration, but less health from consumables. Plant. More regeneration, but less lifesteal. Okay. Looking at dodge, but less armor. Hitting enemies remove their speed. Knife. No. Not really what we're looking for. Not what I'm looking for. Okay, let's save the rest of our money. So we didn't get like a really, we got a little bit of a speed. Hopefully, you know, hopefully the speed makes a difference. But I'm not happy that we didn't increase our firepower. We gotta hope that the firepower we have right now is good enough. Gonna try to use the speed to weave through these guys. Like I said, I would really prefer it if I don't get pushed into the back lines immediately. Like I am right now. Sneaking through them. Oh, thank God, none of those big guys, none of those big, oh, spoke too soon. Getting my butt blasted. Leave me alone. No. Okay. Interesting. I mean, I think we're still doing okay. Let's try again. Let's try all elements, right? All elements. I feel like all elements is just gonna stink. But let's try all elemental melee weapons. Oh yeah, it's taking 2 hits. But at the same time, maybe it'll stack up. Because the element, they do shock multiple enemies. Maybe it just takes a moment to get going. It is possible. Let me make sure we're grabbing as much money as we can. Yeah, and you know, I can see some potential here. If we get a few of these, we might get something going. Let's go with damage. We'll take knife. I'll take a reroll. And I guess a stick. Yeah, fist. I feel like stick is supposed to be part of an exclusive stick build. I'm just punching people out now. This game is silly. I'm a potato punching people out. What a silly game. I mean, like, our barrage is already, like, instantaneously better. Which is good. So I realize these are not trees. Those are potatoes. I thought they were trees. But they're not. They're potatoes. I mean, it makes sense. The game is called Brotato. Crit damage, range damage, more health. I'll take the health. Attack speed. Yes. I want more barrage at the moment, so let me just load up all my weapons, actually. Armor, but less speed. No, let's stick with this. Like, let's just get our 6 weapons so we can increase our barrage to the max. I wonder what the you know, do you just keep playing until you die? Like, also, I still don't understand what materials are used for. Like, you know, when you complete a wave, you'll see that you gather materials. I assume that's going to be for when the game fully releases, and it will be the permanent upgrades that you can get over time. And like I said, I also wonder, how far do the waves go? Like, is there a way to win? Like, is it 30, you know, I think it's 20 waves. I think I mentioned that now that my memory is being jogged. Okay. Yeah, see right there, the 13? I don't know what it does. More damage. Not gonna say no to that. Cacti Club. I'll take it. We're supposed to be doing an element build. Oh, Fista has a really high attack speed. 18 seconds? I don't know, maybe that's a good thing. We are gonna switch into element weapons later on, but right now, there's just not an option. Maybe the fist is used to keep people off of me? I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to do with it. It could be, like I said, maybe it's just used to, like, we need a little more range would help. Or maybe I just need to not be a wimp and, like, just get into combat and beat their butts. Also a possibility. I mean, I feel like our firepower is still pretty decent. Though at the same time, I'm aware that the Cactus Club does hit pretty hard. Doing pretty good. Pretty satisfied. Attack speed, that would be great. I'm gonna reroll. I'll take the regen. Man, where are they? Okay, lightning shiv. Let's drop a knife for a lightning shiv one more time. We were trying to reroll into elemental damage. One more health. Okay, I'll take them both. More elemental damage. We're gonna start specializing into elemental damage. Like I said, I don't know how good of an idea that is, but we're gonna give it a try. I don't know, maybe we were sleeping on elemental damage this entire time. Like, you know, like, if the taser zaps get stronger when they ricochet off of enemies, like, I don't know, that could be like an awesome crowd control. And maybe if we get enough zapping, maybe it'll just be maybe it'll just zap enough times to do enough hits of damage that will actually do a ton of damage. I don't know, we'll have to find out. I don't know the answer. We're gonna do some experimentation. I mean, so far so good. But, you know, it's hard to tell if it's specifically the elements that are doing it, or if it's just the fact that we've got 6 weapons. Here we go. Taking a little bit of damage, but at the same time, just incidental damage. It's not going to be enough to take us out. I really wish we could just collect a bunch of shivs. That would be awesome. Ow. Okay. Broken mouth. More health. Recycle. Element damage. Regular damage. Okay, here we go. A torch. I want both of these. I want that, and I guess I'm gonna drop the fist for a torch. So now we've got 3 elemental. You know, the build is coming together. Another torch. Let's drop. Torch has, okay, so this is a fast weapon as well. 0.48 seconds. So let's drop one of these. So that'll be another fast weapon. So now we've got we got a slow weapon. We've got like a slow-ish weapon, and then we've got a bunch of fast weapons. So, one more reroll. Damage, but less range. I mean, range, it's kind of painful already. I don't want less melee. Let's just stick with this. Okay. Now, I guess we are gonna burn people now. I don't know how good that's going to be completely honest, because, like, I kind of want the enemy to be dead now, not later, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll just have to see. It could be awesome. I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to count it out yet until, you know, we're going to try it. And maybe we need to try it more than once. I mean, so far I feel like we're doing all right. But the big question is, how much of it is the element damage and how much of it is just having a bunch of, like, weapons that are firing off at the same time? You know, one thing this game doesn't have is like a DPS meter at the end, just to give you feedback on like where the damage was coming from. That is so useful. I feel like we're not doing half bad. I gotta say, I think we're doing pretty good. I love it, like, you know, like you do see a bunch of enemies go down. Crit chance. Okay, we do need crit. I want at least some crit chance so that we can actually get something. Range? I'll take range. Reroll. Spear. You know what? I'm gonna take the spear. I think I prefer the range. Melee damage, but less critical damage. Sure. None of that, though. Let's do it. Okay. Now we got a pointy stick. What, I mean, I still don't understand what we're fighting. Are these like slugs? They look like brain slugs. Are they like 200 IQ slugs? I mean, for having 200 IQ, they're not super smart, I gotta admit. That did a lot of damage, wow. Need to be a little more careful. I thought I would just be able to walk through that guy and no problem, but apparently not. Trying to not get trapped in the outskirts. There we go, got the heal. Getting a little bit pressured here. Ow. Oh. Gotta escape. Here we go, a little bit of healing. There we go, slipping through him. Grabbing the heal. Ooh, 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 I'm pretty beat up. Trying to find a path. There's a heal. Okay, we're back in the game. 0, okay. Whoa, man, we gotta be, let's pick some armor. I feel like we're a little bit on the squishy side. Defective steroids, yes. We need damage right now. Crit chance and less armor? What's our armor at? 3? We take 23% less damage. Oh. So this gives you a much more, better, okay, you know what? Crit chance, what is our crit chance? 10%, ooh. Ooh, that sounds pretty good, actually. 17%. We need more armor. I think armor would be a good idea. Piggy bank. Attack speed, but less damage? No. Burning enemies spread. Oh. Oh, that sounds useful. Okay, that seems useful. Maybe we can get some, like, area damage going. Once again, not sure how good the fire damage is gonna be. I'm kind of hoping that maybe we can just kind of do like a drive-by burning on these guys, and then like maybe it will burn them out. I don't know I don't know how effective the actual fire damage is going to be. Took a nasty hit there. I'm not respecting these big dudes enough. Need to respect the big dudes more. Oh, I just walked. They just spawned right on top of me. I just totally blew it there. Oh, man, I really sucked it up there. That stank. Wow. It's interesting. I like that they tell you what all the stats do. So what do I think about melee weapons? Overall, I think that melee weapons can be incorporated into a build. But I so far, like, I'm not totally sold on the idea of an all-melee build. I'm not sold on the idea of an all-gun build, because I haven't even beaten it yet. Like, I've gotten past wave 10, but I haven't gotten to wave 20, so that means I'm obviously missing a certain secret sauce. But next we're gonna try a hybrid build. If you guys like this game, we'll keep playing, and when the full game comes out, I'll play it then too. But until next time, everybody, this was the demo of Brotato, the melee experience. Let me know what you think down in the comments section. Like the video if it was entertaining. Subscribe for future Brotato content. And of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.